In the name of Allah, the most beneficent, the most merciful, I would like to welcome all of you students to our lesson today, which is going to be about vocabulary building. Today, inshallah, you will see how you can match vocabulary, new vocabulary, okay, with their meaning, okay, with their meaning. So the main objective of today's lesson is going to be matching. We are going to match new vocabulary. So, are you ready to start? Okay, let's go. Today, inshallah, we will see 7 vocabulary building. As you can see here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 new vocabularies. Okay, all of these vocabularies you are going to see, inshallah, in pages or on pages 40 and 41. Okay, in the reading passage, inshallah, we will now trying to explain and matching, see the meanings, okay, of all these new words. Okay, so are you ready? Very good. Now take a look. Now try to read this vocabulary. And of course, try to read the meanings too. Let's start with number 1. Cardiovascular. This is number 1. Number 2, equivalent. 3, hearty. 4, antibodies. 5, pediatric. 6, stimulate. 7, enhance. 8, prompt. And finally, the number 9, genuine. Okay, so we have now 9 new vocabularies. And if you go and see the meanings, you will find each meaning or each one of the meanings here, okay, match or must match one of these vocabularies. Okay, let's start reading the meanings here. A, real or not false. B, to increase energy or activity. C, strong and with feelings. D, related to the medical care of children. E, equal. F, to improve. G, substance produced by the body to fight germs and infection. H, to cause someone to do something. And finally, I, involving the heart and blood vessels. Okay, so let's start. I will show you now some pictures, and I would like you now to recognize this picture and try to match it with the vocabulary. Let's start. Now see this picture. Okay, so you would maybe see this one in the science lessons or science classes, okay, if in biology I mean. But what do we call this when the blood goes in and goes out, for example? Okay, so here we have the cardiovascular, okay, which is here we have this one here. This is where the blood goes in, and of course when it goes out. Okay, so this is called cardiovascular. Number 2, the second one, here. We use here the nanometer for what? Yes, for the pressure, of course. And here, as you can see, we have the bar, the unit we can measure pressure, of course, the bar. And PSI also is an equal to the bar here. For example, if I have here, for example, 0 bar, no pressure at all, okay, it would be equal to 0 PSI 2. Okay, so the word is equivalent. Okay, equivalent, something have the same result, for example. Okay, the second or the third one. Now look at this picture here. Okay, what can you, for example, how can you demonstrate or express this emoji or emotion, for example? Yeah, a heart with feelings, maybe emotions, a lot of emotions. Very good. This is called hearty, something with a lot of feelings, love with feelings, of course. This one is easy, I think. Okay, now look here. Now today's, okay, we have the coronavirus, COVID-19, for example. And actually, we are trying to put a lot of sanitizers on our hand. Why? Okay, in order to fight these germs and infection, of course. Okay, but how can we prevent these germs from getting in our bodies? Okay, we have a system. We have a system in our bodies, okay? And actually, this system is how it function with the antibodies here. The antibodies actually prevent the germs and infection to go inside our bodies, okay? It's actually small ones. You cannot see it by your eyes. You have to use something special for these called antibodies, okay? Let's go to the next one. Here. We're having a doctor. We are having a doctor here. Also, a children, okay, or a child. We are having a doctor and a child. And actually, what is he doing now? He's examining him. Okay, this doctor is examining the child. Okay, so we call this science or this section of from taking care of children. Actually, we call it as pediatric, okay? Pediatric is the section or the science of taking care of these children. The next one. Now, what do we have here? Actually, this is a picture or an image for the brain inside your head, okay? But look at here, these slides, for example, okay? Lines and a lot of something is trying to move or something trying to work this brain out, okay? So here we are trying to give the brain the energy, and actually when you read a lot, your brain will become stronger and more effective, okay? So here something is called to stimulate, okay? To stimulate, so the brain, for example, you should read in order to stimulate your brain. You read a lot of books, for example, watch, for example, documentaries. To watch documentaries also to stimulate this brain. Also, it will help you how you can use this brain in a good way. Next one. Now, where do you see this icon? Where do you see it? Actually, if you have a phone, okay, and you're trying to edit the image or your image, okay, you would see this icon there, okay? What is the function of this icon? Okay, the function is to enhance, to make something better. For example, I have a blur image or a dark one, okay, and if I want to make it lighter, so I have to edit the image and to press this button or this icon, and it of course will enhance, okay, the word enhance, to make the picture or the image more clear or more better. The next one. Now, you actually maybe have seen this before, okay, and when you want to use orders in computer science, okay, sometimes something goes on the screen. It's called prompt. And actually, why do we use this? Because we are ordering this computer to do something, okay, in order to do this thing or this activity by entering some codes, okay, or orders, as you can see here, okay. So the prompt here, something that I want something or someone to do something, okay. This is called prompt. Finally, you could see this a lot if you have a lot of products, for example, and if you want to buy products from online shopping, okay. So the word genuine here is something that reliable, good, or be trusted, okay. So the word genuine here is something very good because if this thing or this you have buying from the online shopping, okay, with the genuine I mean, if something went wrong, you could take it back to the seller, for example, to the the online shopping. Okay, you can take it back and you could have your money back also, because this word is like a guarantee for you. Okay, so if you have this word on your product or something like that, it's something very good, something very good. Now, this was the last picture, and this was actually the last vocabulary of today's lesson. Now, let's go back to our exercise number 7. Let's read together. You will see these words in reading, okay, on pages 40 and 41. Match the words with their meanings. 9 words, 9 meanings. You are going to match now. So, if you help me now, we will do it together, inshallah. And to start, I would like first, you could pause this video in order to try to read and try to match each meaning with the vocabulary as an equal, for example. Okay? So, are you ready to start? Very good. Number 1, the cardiovascular. We see, as you can see here, the cardiovascular, as we said earlier, okay, when the blood goes in and goes out, and a lot of this, okay. So, what's the answer? The cardiovascular. Here we will read the meanings, okay, and you will see that I is the best choice. Why? Because involving the heart and the blood vessels, okay, as I show you in the previous image. Number 2, equivalent. Equivalent have the same, okay, or size or shape, for example, equal, okay. So here the answer is E, okay. The answer is E. Number 3, as you can see here, number 3, hearty, something with what? As I showed you earlier in the pictures, okay. So when you saw this one, it means that hearty with a lot of feelings, okay. So strong and with feelings. Okay. Number 4, antibodies, to prevent germs and infection to go inside your bodies, okay. So here it's substance produced by the body to fight what? Germs and infection. To fight germs and infection. And the answer is G, of course. Number 5, pediatric. And here we have, as we said earlier, the doctor and the child. Do you remember this? So we have here children. Okay, so this is the key word actually. So related to the medical care of children, the answer is D. Number 6, stimulate. Stimulate, to encourage something or someone or the brain to do something. Okay, so here the answer is what? Anyone? To increase energy or activity. Nice. Number 7, enhance, to make something very good, better. Okay, so enhancing something, it means if to improve this thing, to improve, to make it better. 8, prompt. Prompt, as we said earlier, when you enter in an order or a code to do something, okay. So here, prompt means to cause someone to do something. And finally, genuine, here we have 9. Genuine here, the answer is A. It's real, not false, something trusted or more reliable. Okay, so these were the answers, and we matched the vocabulary with its meaning, and inshallah we are going to see all of these 9 vocabularies on pages 40 and 41 inshallah, and this actually going to be inshallah the next lesson. Now let's see the objectives, and we learned today how to match the new vocabulary with the meaning. Okay, the new vocabulary with the meaning. And actually this was the last slide of our lesson today. I would like to thank all of you students, and inshallah I will see you the next one.